Hi there, just to say this is a short snippet from this week's main episode, which was published on Wednesday as always. If you want the full episode, you can find it just below this one. Now, here's the big kicker in all of this. And this is where I really think that your understanding of this topic can become really go to a new level. Listen, usually what we say is that the brain is responsible for our experience. That is our experience, our sight, sounds, our touches, our mental images, our sounds, our whole human experience is basically caused by the brain. But we're talking about the brain here. What actually is the brain? What do we know of the brain? Well, as I've said, all we have of our brain is what we see of it. We either see a brain lying before us, like the squidgy lump of tissue before us, or we see brain activity on a screen, or we see images of a brain like in a book or on the internet or something. We have our sight, we have our visual experience of the brain, right? And that visual experience of the brain, again, that is what it is. It is the visual experience, it's the appearance of the brain, and it is secondhand measurement of brain activity. That's all we have of the brain. Most of us actually have never seen a brain in person. I've never seen a brain. I don't know if you've ever seen one. Perhaps in like a lab or something. Or if you work and if you're a surgeon or something, you've seen a brain, right? But listen, most of us have probably never seen a brain, and no one will ever see their own brain. I mean, that might have happened at some point in human history. I don't know, but I doubt anyone has seen their own brain. I'm not sure about that. I really doubt that. That is all we have, and we have our visual experience of the brain as like the appearance of it or secondhand measurement of it. And most of us have never seen our own brain and never will. Right? So what I'm basically saying is that literally the brain is part of our experience. The brain is part of our experience. All we know of the brain is what is our experience of the brain. That is all we know of it. Now, this is like the entire paradigm turned upside down, because our usual paradigm is, well, the brain is responsible for experience. But what I'm saying is that the brain arises in experience. All we know of the brain, and I remind you, all we know of the brain is like images we've seen of on the internet or in a book or something, or seeing it in front of us, like if we're a surgeon or if we dissect a human head or something, or an animal, or we have indirect measurement of brain activity. That is literally all we have of it. We have nothing else. Never in human history have we had anything else other than that of the brain. So all we know of the brain is our experience of it. And we want to say that our experience is caused by the brain. You see the very circular problem here. It's kind of like the eyeball trying to see itself. The eye cannot see itself, right? Other than in a mirror, you've never seen your own eye, right? So we use our experience to try and understand the source of our experience, and we pin it to something that only arises within our experience. You see the problem? Now, I don't know what the solution to this is. My solution is simply that our experience is primary, and that we cannot pin it to the brain. All we can say is that, yes, our brain experience may well correlate with it, but we cannot pin it down to the brain. Our experience just is, right? Our experience is primary. Hi there, just to say this is a short snippet from this week's main episode, which was published on Wednesday as always. If you want the full episode, you can find it just below this one.